Hey, what's up, everyone? It's KevinPhwap Boudreaux. I'm coming to you with, I guess it's the week 3.5 update. I missed the week 3 update. It's been 10 days since the last update. Things have been going pretty well. Haven't just been crushing. I basically have some break-even stretches, had a bit of a downswing. But yeah, things are going well. Like over the past 10 days, I haven't got in as many hands as I wanted to, but I'm happy with how much money I'm making. Check out the graph because it's pretty awesome. So yeah, so that's going very well. Like I'm happy with poker. Got up today, watched a training video. Was pretty happy with how it went. Like I'm at the point now where I'm very selective on the people I watch because certain people I just don't agree with, like the way they think, the way they talk about hands, and then there are people who I respect, and even if I don't agree with it, they bring up good points, and some people just don't talk about things that I want to hear. So watched the training video, thought that went well. My girlfriend got in the 16th, so that's probably a reason I haven't played as many hands, and I haven't had time to do the update. It's been nice to have her up here. I haven't seen her in like 2 or 3 months. Don't know exactly. So yeah, it's sweet. Things are going well. Like I'm making money. And now I'm just going to try to get back into the groove and try to get to a point where I can play like 7,500 hands a day and hopefully get back on pace, because right now I'm at 66,000 VPPs, which is not even 3,000 VPPs a day. So that's like a early year target for me, is to keep that average of 3,000 VPPs, and knowing that at the end of the year, if I need to, I can just like 8-table zoom and get in a lot of hands. And Supernova Elite is worth so much. Like if I get close at the end of the year and I have a month and I have to get 200,000 VPPs, like I'm okay with losing a little bit of money and just playing tons of tables. Hopefully I'd make money too, but like the point is, like going from 800,000 to a million VPPs is worth maybe like 30, 40, 50K, like depending on how you calculate it. Like if you calculate the like what you actually earn going up there too. But on top of that money, you also make the extra money the following year. So I think I can do it. I'm not discouraged at all. Like the fact that I'm making so much money is kind of freeing me up to have more options going forward. Basically, I have to leave Canada by March 15th. So have less than 2 more months that I can be up here, and then I have to go somewhere else. And the fact that I have money means that I may be able to stop in Colorado and hopefully pick up my dog and bring him wherever I go. But if not, just see my dog, hang out with him, see my family, hang out with them, have some meals, and see my niece and nephew that I really miss. They're like 3 and 1, so it's a really fun age, and it's sad that I don't get to see them. But yeah, I think going forward, unless like I really, really crush, we'll probably go somewhere warm and cheap, like Cancun, Costa Rica, something like that. If I keep crushing, there's a chance I go somewhere where I can snowboard and just like get on a routine where I'm like snowboarding like once or twice a week and playing poker a bunch, because that would probably make me the most happy and still allow me to play a bunch of poker. So that's my update. I've been spending lots of time like running math and just thinking about certain spots, and it's kind of weird. Like I'll think I've been playing, I've been doing very well over the past 60,000 hands or whatever. Like basically this whole year I've been doing very well, and it's like, oh, I think I'm doing very well in this certain spot, and I start to analyze it, just whatever spot, like a button min raise, and I'm like, well, I've been doing really well playing like my 50% of hands, but I see these other people playing 75% of hands, and they're people I respect. So I start to explore like the merits of playing more hands. Then I start to try to do it, and then I find myself just like, why am I changing things if I'm doing well? But like ultimately you have to continually improve your game, and as long as you're moving the best parts of your game forward and the worst parts of your game forward, then it's okay. So I think the process of that will sometimes make it seem that you're not going forward and that like you're putting yourself in these tough spots where you're making mistakes. But ultimately, putting yourself in tough spots and making mistakes happens when you're becoming a better player. I know for me, in the past, like basically pre-2013, I was a bit of a monkey, like very 3-bet happy, very 3-barrel happy, to the point that like people call me Crazy Kevin, like all my friends, because they just know how many hands that I can play, and I used to think of it as almost like a brag. Yeah, brag. Like I wanted like I saw value in like being able to play the most hands possible, and now that I'm playing better, like the only place I really think about that is playing from the blinds. Like the more I can play the blinds profitably, the better. So I've like cut out some monkey stuff out of the blinds, which may be counterintuitive, but yeah, things are kind of going well. Like I'm gonna get some coaching here, but when I do the coaching, like I'm gonna make sure I get my money's worth, because coaching at this level isn't cheap. I think like the coaches I'm gonna be getting are, I think in like the package deal, I'll be paying $300 an hour. So that means I want to get maximum value out of that time. So I'm going to come to these lessons with like very specific questions, spots, ranges, like math calculations already done out. But yeah, it's exciting. Like I have true aspirations of becoming one of, if not the best player that plays Zoom poker. I think 2.5 no limit Zoom can make a decent amount of money at. And if I can become the best there, it just means that I'm gonna be really awesome at no limit poker. So that's my plan. Appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me on these latest videos. Hopefully it's helped you grind a little bit more, and I'll probably do just a quick video talking about this. But Monday I want to try to do a home game, basically like 7 o'clock Eastern on Monday night. Gonna just like sit at a cash game, sort of low stakes, probably turn the video recorder on and see if I can get some people to come out and play. And I think it would be interesting, even if I can just record for a little bit, introduce the home game so we can get some more people and play a tournament, and then maybe talk about 1 or 2 hands, 1 or 2 spots. But that's coming up in a few days. Hopefully people show up. If people don't show up, like it's not a big deal. Like I just won't do it and not worry about this anymore. Because yeah, it does take time, and like playing all this poker and studying and spending time doing equity calculations and other types of math calculations, like you realize how much time you can spend like doing this poker thing. Basically, I was talking to Ansky the other day, and he was the one that told me New Year's Eve, he was like, the reason you're gonna make it is because you can play so many hours. Like on top of like some of the more basic reasons. But the fact is, oh man, it's been so dark the whole time. The fact is, like I can play 6 to 8 hours a day. I can watch a training video a day. I can read 30 minutes about poker. I could watch some like game theory videos, and I can also do some equity calculations and basically spend like 10 to 12 hours a day on poker. And it's just becoming a point where like that's what my brain is becoming wired to think about. Like I lay in bed, I close my eyes, and I'm starting to build like these ranges, like optimal 3 or 4 or 5 bet ranges based on like positions and like how many hands you're playing. Then trying to think of like there's possibly like some mixed strategy that's going to work out better. And yeah, it's like going on about like the mixed strategy that's better. Just very simply, like flatting aces, not always re-raising aces. Like that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. But basically, like really thinking about the optimal frequencies for each of these things, basically to build these really badass ranges that I can just crush kids with. But I have a feeling I'm rambling. Sorry the video was so dark at the beginning. Repping Colorado flag in the back, but talk to you guys later.